Behind the Lines.
Hello and welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Today we are with the 2014 Atlantic League champions, Lancaster Barnstormers, right here in Lancaster. We have with us right now Pete Andralnik. You are the relief pitcher.
One of the relief pitchers.
Yeah, and it was a great first year for you last year, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
yes,
excellent.
Indeed.
And Vice President of Lancaster Barnstormers, Tony DeMarco, thank you for being with us. You're no stranger to us here.
Excited to be back, and great story to tell.
Yeah, this is a great story. And you know what's really wonderful? We have Lancaster Barnstormers who are very vested in our community. And we have some new ownership too. Tell us about that, Tony.
Well, over the off season, the ownership, the former Clipper magazine founders and owners took 100% control of the Barnstormers. And it has re-energized us, electrified us. It's brought in a ton of new partners. These are guys who are already incredibly successful, and Steve Zuckerman, Bob Zuckerman, Rob Liss, and Ian Russo. And I've known them for many years. Well, I went to F&M with Steve and Ian many years ago, and what they've built in Lancaster County is incredible. You know, they built one of the largest direct mail companies in the United States. I think it became.
I believe so. Yeah.
By the time they sold it to Gannett, it was the largest direct mail, and then, you know, after 2013, they retire, and what do they want to do? Now, if I was retiring, I'd be sitting on a golf course with a, you know, cold beer in my hands. But these guys have fallen in love with minor league baseball, especially Rob Liss. Rob Liss, who is the managing partner, I would say, of the four, lives and breathes this business with us, working 70, 80 hours a week, and just loves it. He loves it. So to go from a situation where we were owned by a parent company with 5 teams to 100% Lancaster-driven ownership has really meant the world of difference to us.
Yeah, and you can see it on Rob's face when you see him too. The excitement, you know, nothing like, you know, a boy in baseball, right? It's wonderful to come to that every day.
Yeah, he's got a real fire to him that he brings to us, and it's, you know, and there's a new feeling. You know, do you guys feel it down in the clubhouse?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, and it's when you get fresh faces in, and it's not like they hadn't been part of things before, they had seen how it ran, but I struggle to call it a facelift because there's so many other things that we've done. It's just, I don't know what would be above a facelift, but it's a complete overhaul of the way things have been run. It's more family oriented, and that's not just towards families coming to the game. The staff and the players and everybody it's a cohesive family. From in some organizations that I've been in, there's a separation of the clubhouse, and then as soon as you go up the front office, and it's just nobody ever meshes, and then you go up another step and it's the ownership. It's completely different here. Everybody interacts with everybody. I called Rob the other night to ask him a question. He was still leaving the field after I had already left the field, and he's still there doing things, you know, that aren't technically in his job description. He's an owner. He should have all this pool, and he obviously does, but he's still at the field helping clean up for a game the next day. So.
Yeah. It's a family,
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
it? It
Yes.
truly is a
Yes.
family. Now, you are a Manheim Township grad, so
Correct.
it's great for you to be back
I'm
here,
home.
isn't it?
Yes, I'm home.
Yeah, you were with the Marlins before
I was.
this, right?
I was with the Marlins for about 6.5 years. I was drafted out of Coastal Carolina University, which is down in South Carolina. I went down there to play and get a elementary education degree. I'm a year away. I got drafted before I was able to finish my degree. But I played for the Marlins for about 6.5 years. They released me in spring training last year, and I got a call from Butch. I would honestly say 45 minutes after I got released.
Is that right?
So yeah, the news, the wires go out quick and everything. So I got a call from him and Ross, who I'd known previously, and I waited a couple days, and it just after that it just clicked. It was just a natural thing for me to come home. Playing in South Carolina in college, and then down more towards the Florida area in New Orleans. My parents didn't really get to see me that often, So it was nice to be able to come home and they go to every game. My mom
Yeah.
sits in one seat. My dad never sits. He gets a ticket every game, stands on the railing, and then I guess when I go in, he paces around. And I've never known him to be nervous, but
Right.
he's
good.
there every game, and it's a fantastic experience to be able to play in front of your family.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be back, and what a wonderful season last year, as I see you're sporting the ring right now.
Well, here we
Yes,
go.
Yeah.
Yep, championship.
There it is.
Atlantic
there it
League,
is. This
I
is the Atlantic League Championship ring, and we're really proud of it. I always tell people that the Atlantic League is the highest professional league after the major leagues in the United States, in North America. And the guys, the four owners, treat us that way. And when you get a ring like this,
It's beautiful.
It is.
you can't stop talking about it. Everywhere I go, people want to see it. They want to try it on, and I'm really proud to wear it. I never thought that I would would ever get a ring like this. It is so cool to put this on and to have the year that you guys brought us last year. It was a goosebump experience for all of us
Yeah.
in the front office and on the field.
What I love is how you give back to the community, but the community really supports the team too. How does it feel to be out there with the audience that you get?
It's fantastic, and to really speak to that, we had probably, to start the game last at the clinching game of the finals last year, we probably started out with 6,000. I think maybe we lost 1,000 people throughout the night, and it was pouring rain.
Wow.
It was just a torrential downpour. The field staff did a fantastic job of even having it be playable for the last couple innings, because we went to 13 innings, and we ended up probably 5,000 people stuck it out through the rain on a Friday night and saw us win the championship, and it was more for them than it was for us. We were excited, obviously, but they stuck it out. They got to see a bunch of 29, 30-year-old guys running around with a trophy like they're 4 years old. So the community is really great in supporting us, and we do our best to try to give back to the community both off the field and on the field, and hopefully
Yeah.
we can make those two
Yeah.
things combine.
Yeah, that's great. And one of the things that I really see you doing a lot of when you're talking about off the field is public appearances and reaching out to the community. Tell us more about
Well,
that.
we really focused on that in the last year. We brought on Holly Love, who is a
Yes.
well-known radio personality, and having Pete and Ross available all off season, going into the new year, out there at the schools, at the libraries, at the recreation centers, at the senior centers. It makes a real difference. It shows that, we're not just at the location, we're everywhere. The Barnstormers are a truly Lancaster County presence. And I, when Silo, how can I forget Silo?
Yeah, right,
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
Silo,
He
yes,
upstages
yes.
me
He
every
does.
time.
He upstages everybody.
I
I
know.
mean, to have when you bring Silo into a room full of kids, oh my God.
I know,
There's something
excitement.
really special. So we've made a concerted effort to get out there and let people feel and touch and get to know these folks. And when you got a guy like this who loves, he loves the community. He's
Yep.
very proud to be from Lancaster County. He's very proud to have gone to Manheim Township, and that shows in everything he does. When we did all those school spirit nights, to see him greet all the kids as they come onto the field, to see him, connect with his township community and with a real sense of pride, and to tell little boys, look, I was there.
Yeah.
I was where you were 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and now
Yeah.
I'm on the
20 years
Barnstormers.
ago, don't
That's
say
right.
that.
That-
Oh, the little ones, the real
Little
ones.
one, little,
Let's
the real
make
little
sure
ones,
they're
right?
But, no question, we're making an extra effort this
Yeah.
year.
You do something called barnstorming the community. Explain.
Well, that's what we're doing. Silo is the number one. He's the number one attraction. As much, I don't know when the age hits. I think it's somewhere around.
I don't think it stops.
11
honestly.
11 or 12. Butch Hobson. We have a legend in Lancaster. You know what I mean? We
Yes.
have a guy who was a Red Sox manager, a 30 home run hitter in the big leagues, a guy who played football under Bear Bryant at Alabama. Rob List calls him John Wayne, and he truly is
Yeah,
like
not far off.
the
Yeah.
Duke when he walks into the room. He commands a presence, except around the little ones when Silo comes in. Silo is, you know, if you're 5 years
A
old,
rock star.
Yeah.
there's nobody bigger. You
Yeah.
know, you couldn't bring anybody into a room that's going to get kids excited more
Yeah.
than Silo. So
Yeah.
that's barnstorming the community with all of us. And I, you know, Rob and I did a series. We spoke at, like, you know, every Rotary and Sertoma and Lions. We went from club to club to club. That's another example. Pete came with us on a number of those
Yeah.
appearances.
Okay.
That's another example of how we barnstorm the community.
Yeah, and you're soon going to be passing that 1 million mark too, with what you've given back to the community too.
In money.
Yeah, in money.
Oh,
and I
absolutely.
think that's really commendable, and thank you so much for doing that. We're going to put the website up on the screen right now. You can find out everything about the Barnstormers and everything that's going on and coming up. We're going to take a brief pause, and we come back. We're going to tell you more about it too, so stay with us.
What are you planning on doing with your old jewelry, coins, and silverware? At Park Hill Jewelry, we buy not only gold and silver, but coins, paper money, silver tea services, silverware, and much more. If you're not sure what you have may be worth anything, bring it in for a free appraisal. You may be surprised. Our 35 years of expertise in buying jewelry ensures that you get the best price from the most knowledgeable staff. Park Hill Jewelry, the downtown sensation, 5 West Main Street, Ephrata.
The Pet Pantry of Lancaster helps keep family pets in their homes, community pets healthy, and offers second chances. Become a member. Go to petpantrylc.org and help the Pet Pantry give extraordinary care for our loving companions.
Teach me how to say no.
Teach me how to handle stress.
Teach me to not be afraid to fail.
Teach me how to make a good decision. How to make a good decision.
Teach me by not using tobacco around me.
Teach me all that, and I'll be able to say no to tobacco.
Visit livewelllancaster.org for resources on talking to youth about how to live a tobacco-free life.
We're talking about the Lancaster Barnstormers on Behind the Lines. Welcome back. We're here with Pete and with Tony, and there's so much going on this year. Where do we even start? But let's get started somewhere too. One of the things I think is very cool is an announcement. If you want an announcement made, I never realized this, like a birthday or whatever, it's $5, and how does that work?
Well, the Silo Fund has always been our community fund that we use to, when we go out to the communities, to bring things to the kids, whether it's coloring books. Did you know he wrote? I'm getting sidetracked. He wrote a children's book.
Really?
And we're gonna hopefully get that thing published in the next year. But we have a Silo coloring book. We have balls. We have all sorts of materials that we like to bring out when we can. So if you want to hear your name, if you want to do a happy birthday or hello to a child or something like that, you can get it. And yes, $5 will go to the Silo Fund. And
does good things.
And then you'll see your name on the big screen and have it announced.
Wow. Well, let's talk about some of those fun things coming up. July 4th weekend is always a lot of fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But we're the only fireworks in town. And last year, our friends in Lidditz, they had to postpone theirs. So we already have a big night. Last year, when Lidditz canceled, they said, can you hold them? I said, bring them down. Right. We had the third biggest attendance in the 10-year history of the Barnstormers. We had close to 10,000 people in the park.
Wow.
You couldn't sit on the lawn. Every spot was taken. And we put on a fireworks show that I think is second to none in central Pennsylvania. Isn't it? What do you think?
Well, you do it frequently, too.
Oh, yeah. And we do fireworks every Friday and Saturday.
Every Saturday and most Fridays.
Most Fridays and every Saturday. And the July 4th one is one of the ones where you'll see, if you look down at the field, sometimes guys are going into the clubhouse. July 4th, we're playing it on the field. We'll go get chairs, we'll sit in the dugout. If you look down on July 4th, you'll have the opposing team and our team just sitting there watching the fireworks, because they do a fantastic job of just the entire production. It's gorgeous just to sit there and just get lost for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, here's something that you're a part of, and I had to smile when I read this. Yoga and beer.
Oh, yeah.
And if you go to the website, it's various Saturdays.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It was, I had looked on some other website for Victory Brewing Company, and they do yoga and beer at their Downingtown pub, and we have a relationship with them. So I talked to them and said, can we do it at the stadium? And they loved it. So we started to do we did some little promotional things for it already. We've got some funny things, but our owner's Rob Liss's wife, Laura, is a yoga teacher, so she wanted to get involved with it. So now we're going to do some Saturday mornings. It's up on the website. We're going to have a yoga session followed by beer and small food pairings, and we'll have some players up there doing it. I would say more than some. I think a lot of guys would be like, wait, we'll just have to hold off on the beer before the game.
Yeah, right.
Maybe we can get some of the little sliders and food portions like that. But it's just another way to make the stadium more community friendly and not just, okay, we play at 7 tonight.
Yeah.
So they're doing a phenomenal job of making it a community centered atmosphere, which was, I know exactly what they were striving for. So.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we didn't bring up, you just reminded me, the local flavor deck. We redid the entire picnic deck. It's more like a Margaritaville now.
Yes.
There's palm trees and all sorts of fun pastels and colors. There's the Victory Brewing's up there. There's special food items. And it's now a destination within a destination that was absolutely done by the new ownership group, and it's a really fun new addition to the stadium.
Yeah, that's what's fun when you walk there. We're definitely there to see the game, but there's so much going on.
And it's funny to hear me say this as a baseball player, but I would say that it's more entertainment with baseball in between, because not everybody's a baseball fan. And I playing the sport, I understand that. It's a slow-paced game sometimes. So we do a fantastic job of having a entertainment value. And then if we happen to play a pretty good game, you might come back and watch us again.
Well, you've had some really good games. There's other things going on in July that we want to talk about, too. Friday, August 14th, what is it, Cowboy and Monkey Rodeo?
That's, last year we had an enormous crowd. This is a famous guy. We're not trendsetters here. This guy goes around the entire country and everybody loves him. He takes his little Capuchin monkeys, who he treats very well. These guys live better than I do.
Yeah.
Did you see that trailer?
Oh, yeah.
It's got masseuses and a butler. I mean, they live very, very well. They come in on border collies dressed in cowboy suits and a little cowboy hat. They ride around the field. They lasso sheep and goats, corral them into a little area there, and then they ride around saluting the fans. There's one of them that actually throws the first pitch.
Oh, yeah. It
didn't go far.
Oh, right.
That'll get right there. But
He
it's
just
hilarious.
goes like that. It comes out of his hand. It goes a couple feet.
Yep.
But the fact he's out there throwing it, and these are tiny little monkeys. They're so cute.
Yeah.
And that night is always one of the most popular nights that we have. We also have Christmas in July with Johnny Weir coming at the end of July. Johnny is, going to be doing the Olympic coverage.
Yes.
And he is a Lancaster County native. People don't know that.
That's right.
So he will be coming on, I think it's July 31st. We're doing a Jim Furyk bobblehead. Now, Jim may be Lancaster County's most famous athlete. He won't be here. He'll be at the British Open July 18th. But we've done a really nice job on a bobblehead. And hopefully he'll be holding it while he wins the British Open.
So that's the trophy down, hold the bobblehead.
Right.
We have all of our school nights. Welcome back to school nights when September hits. The great legendary New York Met, Doc Gooden's coming for Recovery Night, which is a new night we started last year. So many 12-step communities. And he's a hero. He's a guy who hit rock bottom and now is on his way back. So that'll be a special night. Yeah. We have a cheerleader night with the Eagles cheerleaders, and all the cheerleaders in the county will be cheering with the cheerleaders, and they all do different routines. So we have the second half of the schedule is jammed. Great stuff.
And something really Lancaster County, there's a whoopie pie night too, right?
Got to do something with whoopie pies. So last year we're going to do a similar format. I think we gave out 1,000 whoopie pies as people came in. They weren't big, but they were tasty.
One of them. $9.99. I think I took one of them out.
Then we had a whoopie pie eating contest. Then we had a flavor, guess the flavor. And Hershey Farms is the sponsor of this. And I think there were like 60 flavors they have, whether it's cinnamon or peanut butter. And and then we threw them out to the stands. We were getting them and shooting them like T-shirts, except they're whoopie pies. So that'll be a great night.
Yeah, that is great. You know what else I think is absolutely wonderful? Blue Ridge also covers some of the games as well. So, you can be there and you can also be there, sitting on your chair. But it helps to add to the excitement and get to people who may not be able to attend. And it's really a wonderful connection, isn't it?
Oh, it's neat because we haven't really had a lot of media coverage before, and we're doing a lot better job of getting the Barnstormers out in the media, and not just showing that, like I said, not just showing that it is baseball, because some of the things you get to see, and you know, the stadium has taken on a new shape and a new life. So to be able to show everybody what we're about and to be able to be on different media outlets and on, you know, on this channel obviously is fantastic for us, because now people can, if they can't make it to the game, they can still see how we're doing and check in on us. So.
That's right.
Yeah, we're deeply honored
Yeah.
to partner with Blue Ridge, and I think we're giving, you know, the viewer such wonderful, high quality baseball and all these wonderful events.
Yeah, and you've become a face for the Barnstormers, and that's going to continue because you're what, 29 now?
29.
Okay, so you know, be playing for a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, I think I got a couple more years in my arm. We'll see how it is, as long as I can hold up.
Yeah, what do you see in your future?
Like I said, with the new owners, they've been so gracious with me. I told them that I wanted to continue after I was done. I didn't want to be that athlete, and by no means am I $1 million athlete, but I didn't want to have that year where I'm just sitting twiddling my thumbs trying to figure out what road to go down. And I have another year to finish my elementary education degree, so that's not out of the realm of possibility, but I wanted to see if this was also something that I was really intrigued with. And I've been able to sit into meetings. Like I said, I was able to create some events. We just had an event a little bit ago that I helped create, and it's just to go through and find out how it works, how the whole system works, because as a player, you just think it's okay, the in-between inning promotions, they just go off like that, and you don't know what goes into it. So they've I mean, that's, and you know, it makes your head spin, the things that go into a 2-minute segment for in-between innings. I'm sitting there, I get 8 pitches in between those 2 innings, and I'm not worried about what's going on here, but now I find myself, I get out to the mound, I'm looking at all the promotions going on. It hasn't gotten in my way, because they do a fantastic job of just making it quick and rapid, but getting the value into it too.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, the owners have been very, very gracious with me about finding out what I'm good at, or what, if anything, I'm good at. Hopefully, there are some things. But I think after I'm done playing, I'd like to you know, kind of transition into that side of it and stay within the game and stay within the community, because, like I said, I love Lancaster. I came back and you know, I love being here, and I would like to do as much as I humanly can to make this organization succeed within the community.
Well, you are a wonderful spokesperson, and I can clearly tell you are enjoying both roles of getting out in the community as well as being on the field.
Yes,
and we are so excited with this season and so proud of all of you last year and bringing the championship home. That's just excellent. We're going to once again put the website up on the screen. You can find out about the games, all the promotions, how you can get involved. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got some final thoughts. Stay with us.
June is National Adopt a Shelter Cat Month. You can do that by visiting the Humane League of Lancaster County. A cat is a great pet and a wonderful companion. I'm Diane Dayton, and I know it's true. I adopted a cat from the Humane League, and he's great. To get more information, go to humaneleague.com. Call at 393-6551, or better yet, stop by the Humane League at 2195 Lincoln Highway East in Lancaster and start looking for your next new best friend. Be the love of 9 lives. Adopt a shelter cat. Pets in their homes. Community Pets Healthy and offers second chances.
We would like to continue to serve our clients so that their pets can stay in their homes.
Received low-cost immunizations for our animals and microchipping, and also food. That way we can keep our family together. The Pet Pantry is great for our community.
Learn how you can help. Go to petpantrylc.org and help the Pet Pantry give extraordinary care for our loving companions.
Have you been searching for that perfect piece of jewelry? Discover the most unique and extensive selection at Park Hill Jewelry. Owner Bernie Schiffler is always on the lookout for beautiful pieces that are sure to turn heads. From watches and pendants to engagement rings, everything you could want is here. And if you are looking for something truly unique, Park Hill Jewelry will work with you to create a custom-made piece of jewelry. Experience Park Hill Jewelry, an Ephrata icon today. Park Hill Jewelry, the downtown sensation, 5 West Main Street, Ephrata.
Hi, I'm Diane Dayton with Class Act Entertainment. If you're planning a wedding reception, a party, a reunion, or a business function, and you would like a DJ to provide music, MC, and help with the details, contact Class Act. We bring a wide variety of music and work with you on your requests. We help with the details so you can relax and enjoy. Visit our website at classactweddings.com. Then contact Class Act. Let's talk about your ideas and put together a Class Act event. We've been talking about our fantastic Lancaster Barnstormers. There's 14 in the front office, but there's other people there too, right, Tony? What all do we have?
Oh, yeah. Our game day staff is over 200 when you count parking attendants. Our Legends Concessions runs our food and beverage organization, and remember, we have concession stands, we have parking attendants, we have a catering level up in the beautiful Skybox, Bobby Rahal Skybox level. So there's a lot of people involved, and they work very hard. Our ushers, many of them are retired teachers, and they love being at the game every night. So it's a great group.
It is, and we would encourage everybody to come out. It's a great time, family and friends.
We want, that's the big message today is let's use this stadium. Let's come out to the Barnstormers game. Come out 2 or 3 times. There's so much going on. Also think of us if you want to have a party up in the suites. The Wheatland, the big suite is beautiful. There's the pinball suite with all the great pinball machines and arcade machines. Have a fantasy day for your company. You could be on the field taking batting practice with Pete Andrelzik throwing to you.
There you go. There you go.
So there's
I'll
so
come
much
up for the birthday parties. They got these cookies that are phenomenal. So I'll make an appearance at your birthday party.
A final thought.
Christmas parties. You can do Christmas parties.
Quick final thought, Pete.
It's like I said, we touched on a lot of the community things, and I think we're doing a fantastic job of getting more community oriented. And like he said, just come out and see what we're about. Even if you don't like baseball, there's so many other things that we're doing, and it is more of a community center now.
That's right. There's always yoga and beer.
Yes,
right?
indeed. Yeah, come on out.
And
Join
it's all
me.
on
I'll
the
be
website.
there.
Yes, you will be there. Go do yoga with Pete. Thank you so much for taking time today and telling us about our great Lancaster Barnstormers and what's going on this season.
Our pleasure.
Go team. We'd like to say thank you for joining us today, too. I'm Diane Dayton with Behind the Lines, and remember, keep looking behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.